let's have a conversation about the paid blogger. We're going to get into this because you have people who are somewhat confused. And I think part of that is my fault because the level of execution has been there, but the level of training hasn't. Who are part of Hustlers Kung Fu. And I almost didn't do this, and it's like I said, I'm getting pushed back about I don't want to sign up for the email client. I don't want to, go ahead and get a domain name, and essentially I don't want to spend the money on that stuff. Trying to take the paid blogger without the proper internet assets is like going to the gun range without a gun and bullets. It's like taking driver's ed with no car. It's like learning how to drive a semi-tractor trailer with no truck. It's like learning how to build a house without a hammer. And tools. These are tools. You gotta have them. Now, that's the bam in your face what we're doing. Hit. Now, let's talk about what the paid blogger is going to teach you to do. The real thrust of the course is content creation. Electric Kung Fu is the content creation school. Now, I use the word the paid blogger because if I was to title the course the paid content creator, people would be like, huh? What you talking about, Glendon? Content creator? But everyone knows what a blogger is, right? Everyone knows that a blogger creates a blog. Everyone knows that bloggers have ads on their blogs. And everyone knows that bloggers often sell products. So it makes sense. But what you're going to be is a content creator. There's going to be a lot more to the paid blogger. First thing we're going to do is write a book. I know. Because you have many people who create blogs, then later on go on to write a book. But it's challenging, or I should say, they go on and turn the blog into a book. And it's very challenging to do that because when you're writing a blog, you're not writing it in book format, which means chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. They gotta make some sense. There has to be a sequence, a proper sequence. Because if there's not a proper sequence, then, people get lost and it's just like, what the hell? And that's what happens with bloggers who create books and put them on Amazon. So we're going to create a blog, which will ultimately be a book. So you're not doing one thing, you're doing two. Now, since we're going to create this book, you have to have an email list, which means that's why you need the email client before you even get started, because I'm going to teach you how to do this stuff like no one taught me. You always hear, hey, you need an email list. Hey, you need this, you need that, right? But no one says why. Why you need an email list, why you need a good game plan is, if you do this right, your blog will make you some money on the front end, the middle, and the back end. Not necessarily a lot of money, but once you make your first dollar online, it gets easier to make your first $100 online. Then it gets easier to make your first 1,000. Then it gets easier to make your first 10,000. Then it gets easier to make your first 100,000. But you cannot make your first 100,000 without making your first dollar. Many people want to make that 100 G's and have never made a dollar online. And I'm talking about from your own creation, from your own stuff, from your own genesis, from your own essence. Don't see that. Don't see that at all. Now, that's the reason you have to, and I'm getting people who's like, hey, I don't really, essentially what they're saying is, I don't feel that I have to get that stuff. And I was like, no, you don't. But you're not getting in the course unless you do get that stuff. And if I miss that and you get in the course and you get signed up, you're not going to the next level because, see, this is where it's going to get really interesting. Everyone that comes through the course, I'm going to create a directory of all course members' blogs. See, it's a community. So let's say you have a blog about journals. There's someone in the course who makes handcrafted journals. Well, what if you've got someone who is doing maybe arts and crafts for kids? Those two bloggers can network together and share a list because they're not dissimilar. So essentially, we're building community, building a power structure where people can work together, help each other out. But if you do not have a blog, you do not go through this process, you will not be part of the community. You'll just be one of those folks in the Facebook groups who are just lurking forever. Lurk, lurk, lurk. I'm lurking, AKA, I'm a scared little bitch. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid that the world will not like me. I'm afraid of looking foolish. I'm afraid of all this stuff happening, so I do nothing. That's what it really is. It's not me. And let's talk about the cost. Your email client's going to be $29 a month, and your hosting, unless you pay in years, up for the year, is going to be anywhere from $3 a month. I know, crazy money, up to about maybe 11, maybe 14, depending on what you're getting. I know it's over the top expensive. I'm trying to get you, and yes, I'll even be even more upfront. I am an affiliate of the products that I use and recommend. Yep. So if you go ahead and sign up for that stuff, I'm going to get a little change. Yep, sure, yep, all that. Now, if that offends you, or you're looking like, wow, Glendon, that's too much, then you're one of the people who's never, ever going to make large money online. You're going to make some money, because I've noticed something in groups for years. There's a group of people who will put in there like, I want to go to someone's blog, check. I want to go to someone's YouTube channel, check. I want them to help me solve my problem, check. And how damn dare you even think about making some money out of this process? How dare you think that you could possibly charge me? Yeah, the information that I gave you made me $10,000 this month, but fuck you. Now, what that is called is being selfish. See, you didn't think I was going there. That's what it's called, being selfish. So typically, selfish people do not have the best lives. They just don't. So you're sitting there propagated on, well, I don't want them to charge me because you're selfish, you're scared, and you feel that you can't do it. That's what all that talks about, because I have no problem dropping money on a book, a course, or training or mentoring, or someone who's going to help me. And since I've been doing this long enough, I have very realistic expectations. I took a course recently for $1,400, and I knew half of the course already. That's going to happen if you're an internet person. You're just going to know a lot of stuff already. But the 50% I didn't know was like, whoa. There was 3 things out the course that were worth the $1,400. Not 10, not 20, 3 things. But many of you have crazy expectations that you're going to spend $100, $200, and it's going to be a life-changing event with minimum effort. Notice I said minimum effort, because I got Earl Nightingale's CDs, $105, and it was life-changing. But I listened to those CDs, well, really it was audio cassettes at first, no less than 200 times, which requires effort. So hopefully this clears up a lot of this stuff that's going on out there. Put your mind where you need to be, and then we can rock and roll. So for those of you who are interested in the paid blogger, the link's below, and I'm going to give you a few options. You have where I'm going to do the paid blogger, $97. Then I'm going to do the Electric Kung Fu founder deal. That's going to be $700. Yes, 7 with a capital 7. $700. And then I'm going to do mentorship, where I will hold your hand, walk you through it. We get on the phone, we talk long time. It's going to be 10 grand. That's what it's going to be. So you can get the paid blogger only for $97. You can get the founder status for Electric Kung Fu for $700 or $699. Or you can go ahead and get Supreme, rub your neck, massage your temples, full service. 10,000. So those are your options. And we're rolling. We're rolling. All right, this is Glendon, and I will see you in the next session.